All right. Good morning. Good afternoon for probably a good European crowd here today. We are ready to kick off the last day of Link to the Past Randomizer League Season 6. Week 4 for Pilot Spoiler. We got quite the treat. We have more or less a doubleheader going up between the last Locationeers, and we all should hover every day, featuring, of course, for Game 1, we've got Zen Arcane facing off of Gem. Of course, a big congratulations to probably one of the biggest co-op events for between Zen and Scottish. Happened earlier this week that they, of course, now are the ultimate co-op couple because they are actually married. So big congratulations then. We will actually see how they fare actually here in Rando, not just necessarily in real life. I'm, of course, Claire Mouse. Joined, of course, with me is the infinity of Pagoggers, Humbug, who I've been told by a very absolutely reliable source that he's going to touch a spoiler log any day now. Yep. Tracking for us, of course, is the one and only Nervin Deutsch. Yes. All right. It's going to be a great time. Humbug, how's it going? How's that parsing coming along?
Oh, it's going great. We don't have a spoiler log yet, but I will parse as soon as I get one.
Oh, yes.
but I will also just let everyone know that Clear Mouse here is an excellent pilot. So if anyone should parse a spoiler log, it's probably her.
Oh, well, so I very much thank you for the compliment. I have honed my skills. Control F for boots. That is the first thing that you always do in a spoiler log. Just FYI, is the objective thing to do. Hopefully, of course, Gem specifically does have quite the reputation for using boots. I believe it is an explicit rule if you are his pilot and you do not find boots immediately for him, you might be looking for a new job. That's all I'm saying.
You might be. It's not. If you know that you will have to say to Gem the boots are in GT, you will get flagged for it. That's what's gonna happen.
Yes. Mm-hmm,
right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, it is actually. You should go back to the VOD when he was forced to play a boostless seed because the boots were GT. You can certainly hear his reaction. All right, we are getting started. Yeah. So one thing. Okay, we already found a glove, by the way, in Link's house. That's. Look at this heads-up play by Zen. So normally, whenever people, get glove immediately, right? Sometimes you can, like one of the first things you kind of think coming out of Link's house is you can flip the 50-50 rock. Zen unfortunately got a little bit unlucky here. It's a nice big magic prize pack. Yeah. Yeah, so of course in spoiler log, just like any other, spoiler, I guess in general, we are looking for resources, different opening routes. Zen unfortunately didn't get lucky with the 50-50 bomb drop, but he is getting pretty lucky with the 50-50 bush drops. So, yeah.
Oh, almost 4 for 4.
Dude, 3 for 4 is amazing. You know what? We found the other glove, and
okay.
We have okay. All right. Oh, I'm just saying. I'm gonna make a very hot take right now. Pilots are absolutely useless in the game because the runners have just found the stuff by themselves. Like who needs people to tell us where things are?
Right. Okay, I have found a certain chain in the spoiler log actually that is pretty dang funny. We will get to it when we will get to it. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, sounds good. Okay, I'm looking forward to this. Okay, we apparently found flippers here on the maze race as well. Okay. Jeez, okay.
And Gem is going to buy bombs, but I think what we saw here was two kind of I don't want to say standard openings because we play this game mode way too seldom to talk about standard openings or meta or whatever, but like the pros of the opening that Gem did was that he can hope for Korek to find out what the tree pulls are and what the bush grab is, but Zen's opening gives Mike more time to try to figure out what's in CAC, and they know that they will get bombs.
Oh, for sure. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. That's right. And so like I think if you've seen, you mentioned this kind of being like more or less like not necessarily say standard per se or like common, but yeah, like they're definitely certainly like especially just with anything else, you are looking for a resource. Some people really like the guaranteed version. So in this case, right, even though you're doing 50-50 bushes, right, but we kind of saw even on Zen proof by example, you are gonna get at least a couple bombs, right? You can probably spend a little bit of time extra, but you're guaranteed resources. Gems are out. Also, like a very popular, you get a lot of you can encounter bush crabs, you can encounter tree pulls, you can encounter enemy drops, right? Like there are lots of different things that chances are you're gonna get something in order to get you bombs. We are already fake flipping, by the way, so this is, I guess, all right. We're gonna see some
there has to be something here.
A little bit of PRNG actually. What's at Hobo? Oh my gosh, it's a
book.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, I can see what's going on.
Okay, all right.
This makes sense, but there's another issue with that. Let's see if we can figure that out.
All right. Okay. Yes, we actually did see.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, we also did see Zen picking up a small key to desert here in the back of the well. So good thing, by the way, we had bombs. Pretty important. Of course, Jen actually took the time to buy some with the 50 rupees, which is all good.
Yep.
Other than that, though, we did get a bottle as well. I'm not sure if that was, I guess maybe not for sick kid, probably just some safety. I didn't actually see what was inside.
We'll see. Well, Zen is
or we're gonna.
Kid,
okay, yeah, we are checking sick kid. Never mind. Oh my god!
Nice safety.
Okay, yeah. Oh yeah, you're right. I was actually just thinking, I'm like, maybe we actually do need actual magic bat today, but you're right. Powder is a very, very powerful safety.
It's a very powerful safety. Like you will be fine finishing the climb on like 2 hearts. Because you can powder the anti-fairy up top. You will be fine going through Dark Mire and ending on 2 hearts because you can powder the anti-fairy at the end.
That's right.
It's so much more comfortable when you have powder.
Ooh, it looks like actually Zen was trying to do a tier 1 tree pull. Realized that we had not we had gone the pacifist route and actually had killed no enemies.
I wish I sometimes I wish that gained us some kind of tree pull as well. Just don't kill a single thing. Just go there and pull the tree.
It's like being rewarded for being good, you know?
Right.
Yeah, I would do that.
Yeah.
All right. Looks like though we actually right. I think I missed this earlier on Zen's side, but Nervin Deutsch, our Eagle Eye Tracker, as always, did catch that there was a pod key here in Tavern as well. So you can never have enough pod keys. Looking, of course, given that this is spoiler log, we are never going to get a map check from Zen or Gem unless it is unforced. So it looks like actually, what do we have today? We have Thieves Town, we have Desert, we have Desert. We went to go all the way to go get a book.
Right. Why do we get a book and a Desert small key when Desert is a pendant?
I see.
That's very sus.
Alright, and we even got a small key. So one thing I did actually, well, not necessarily learn for the first time, but had the reinforcement kind of given is that, like, okay, yes, Desert's a pendant. There is a small key in the back of Desert that you can get instead of, especially if you don't want to beat it, it's a pendant. You can actually use to the right side, but especially without boots, and that is a very, very long time investment in order to go get that. So if there's the small key available to you somewhere, right, it's definitely probably worth your time to go get. And of course, instead of just being Kakariko, right?
Right. If it's just in Kakariko, it's fine. Like I feel like Hobo here is. That makes you think. I wonder if it's actually worth it. Zen seems to try to route it in with Ice Arcade. We'll see what he gets here.
Yeah, very much so. Yeah, because Gem hasn't visited this, right?
Gem did not go to Ice Arcade, no.
Okay, all right, that's good. Oh, I see.
Oh, clear mouse.
Oh.
We have a bowl.
Okay.
We have a bowl.
We do. Do we have a lamp?
Going entered. We don't have
There's a lamp in here, right?
Yeah, it has to be a lamp in here. Okay, yeah. There has to be a lamp in here.
Yes.
Oh, baby.
And we're definitely, and we're definitely beating Landhouse on the pendant, right? That's why they got this one. Oh,
of course.
My copium. There's always next scene, I guess. Very interesting, by the way. Look at this. We are seeing some bow topos here.
Well, yeah. This is sort of cursed. Gem makes it work though.
By the way, what is Zen gonna do?
Lift up some pots for arrows.
There
are a lot of arrow pots in Desert, so he can just use
Humbug,
them.
this is why you're such a great runner.
Well,
This is, Oh my gosh, dude, I didn't even think about this. Maybe that's actually
Yeah.
why they got the bow. Because, again, this is like, okay, so, like, part of the, like, you might be thinking, okay, well, as a runner, you don't have to, do anything except do what the pilot tells you. The pilot, especially in the first, let's say, like, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, they're trying to juggle, like, literally, not even exaggerating, 50 different things, in their heads about trying to, because your runner needs something to do, right? And, and this is, of course, this is why it's a co-op team event, right? That, just because the pilot can't think of necessarily something to do, here we are. Zen, just like you said, we've got the bow from Ice Rocket. We have a semi-permanent weapon in order to be able to kill these bubbles.
Right.
Amazing.
And what you said there about like the pilot early on just having to juggle so many balls at the same time. Having Zen take the time to go do both Hobo and Ice Rock Cave gives Mike, in this case, who is Zen's pilot, like, I don't know, 1.5 minutes to continue to parse the spoiler log. Because
for sure.
I think this log needs parsing. I really think it does. Like this is interesting in a couple of ways, I want to say.
Oh no, that's great. That's great. In fact, I remember saying this in regular spoiler as well. For some reason, again, it could be optional bias. Like every single scene, like thank you for the spoiler log. I don't know if I ever want to play this thing by myself because of all. Pilot spoiler key sanity is not really much different, honestly. Every single time, I'm like, how the heck are you supposed to get this? Or like, oh, I guess we're just quadruple dipping pod in this particular case if you are playing it by yourself. Speaking of pod, looks like we got another pod key. All right, pod's looking pretty important. 2 pod keys
and the big key, actually. We had both the Moon Pearl and the big key to pod on Right Side Desert. So that Desert Small key seemed somewhat important if you didn't want to steal the key in the back, like you mentioned.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. All right, looks like we are... Gem is well, he's a little defenseless. Just like, well, Zen's not quite defenseless. He does have a bow, but Gem's got 3 bombs now to his name. Certainly needs at least 2 in order to get to Hype Cave. Also, we didn't die in Hype Cave. Very excellent. Oh, we also got money too. Okay, that's very nice, generous. Yeah, vanilla. Yes, for those. All right. Okay, we have acquired a weaponry of sorts.
Yes, of sorts. A weapon that will not break. Well, or get expended or whatever. But yes.
Yes, even the pickets cannot steal your sword. They can steal your shield, which is fine. We don't really need those things anyway. But once we get the sword, as you said, it is absolutely permanent. There is nothing that can clutch and take away our swords. That's completely the runners now.
Right. A note there is that the pickets cannot steal the mirror shield.
That's true. It's too big. Have you seen the size of that thing? They're gonna choke on that.
They will, and they will just their tongues cannot grasp it. Their tongues are too slippery for the mirror shield.
You think Yoshi can actually eat that?
I like the idea. I like the idea.
All right. Yeah, it is actually. It's an interesting. Yeah, it's an interesting thought experiment.
Right.
All right. Well, okay. So man. By the way, we talk about more of these different plans. Just like spoiler log, I think even when you get the study period, 15 minutes, same information, right? You can maybe take a little bit more time to try and figure out a route. We have seen some vastly different routing. Used given the same information. Pilot spoiler, even more so for the pitch diversion. We actually see right now here, right? Gem actually picked up the Smith with the mitts. Visiting Kakariko for the first time actually at the 11-minute mark. Doesn't seem this quite too often. But also Zen here, right? Is hopping directly into Skull with stealing the key in the back. Ooh. Okay, so that looks pretty required. Higher big key.
That's a bold play to steal the key. Because they will now have to remember to pick up another small key to store somewhere else, since this is a crystal. That might be a no issue. It might be on a boss or something, but still, it's somewhat scary to do this.
Yeah, and certainly, I would certainly feel much more reassured because I have a pilot, helping me out, finding out where the small key is. If you are buying this again by yourself, it's very scary, as you said. Whereas that's, because Skull with small go mode of all things is. It's maybe not the best of situations.
It's probably as bad as getting a Turtle Rock small key by accidentally opening lava chest.
Oh my god, dude, that's
maybe
terrible,
not,
terrible feeling.
Maybe not, but it's still bad. Okay, so why did Gem just beeline to the smith. We will see here. We
Mhm,
get
yeah,
a fire
Ooh,
rod.
we got a fire rod. Interesting. Okay.
Ew. Uh,
So we
okay,
can
so
actually
the
beat
question here
Skullwoods,
is, we can beat Skullwoods, but Gem doesn't have a small key, so he cannot beat Skullwoods and get the pod small on left side.
True. Oh, true. Well, so I guess Gem does have another option if he so chooses to take it. So what I also learned, actually specifically from Gem, was that you can in fact beat Skullwoods, just walk all the way to the back, and then after you're done, you can just walk to the walk from the back to the front and like drop down and then get everything you want in the front.
Right.
That
That's
is
a good
one
point.
option. However, that being said, though, just kind of what we see, maybe potentially you want to continue your route. Zen. It looks like Zen and Mike specifically like stole the small key so they can continue on, right? Pick up the smith. Same put all the time. So we're gonna see. Ooh.
So I notice here that Gem just picked up the fire rod and heads to southeast, like.
Wait, are we? Is this a Thalane seed? Holy!
This is the Thalane seed.
Oh my gosh! Oh, dude, yeah, we have literally rushed and entered Ice Palace at the fastest possible time.
All right.
So Humbug, as a runner, how are you
Mhm.
feeling when the pilot asked you? So is this equipment okay for Ice Palace?
No, I am livid. I hate this. I wanna quit. Okay, so if hammer is not in here and there is just something in here that leads to the hammer, then that's fine. But I don't want to do cold stare on this equipment, especially now that Gem accidentally missed a firing shot early on, so he has to farm for magic. We don't have Samaria, so we have to bomb jump.
You're right, yeah.
This is kind of gruesome.
We also don't have a small key either, right? I don't see it on our tracker. Okay.
So if there's something on right side, that's an issue.
Yeah. By the way, we are the PSA. This is why we still know or learn how to do Ice Palace bomb jump. You are not always going to have Samaria here.
Right. You will not always have Samaria here. Gem is hitting the switches in a way that leads me to believe, well, that there might be a hammer in here. Because he is hitting the switches so that he can actually kill Cold Stare if the hammer is in here.
Mm-hmm.
This is a couple of new levels of scary right now.
Yeah. So, okay. So again, like, are we cursing the pilot? Again, because if you were playing this by yourself, right? Okay. While yes, it is a meme, haha, the hammers in Ice Palace, we've all seen it before, etc., etc.
Right.
Chances are you probably wouldn't die of this unless you've kind of explored some other options, right? You probably have something better than, let's say, Fighter Sword and 4 Hearts coming into the thing.
Yep.
At the same time, your pilot's like, hey, ready to do Ice Palace? I know the hammer's in here.
Yeah, this is not the situation you want to end up in as a runner. This is really tough. But we know that both Gem and Zen are very accustomed to low percents. I know Zen enjoys his fair share of Randomizer, as the madman that he is. Gem enjoys, well, spoiler, a lot. So yeah, we are even bomb jumping this.
Where? Because we have no hook shot. Holy.
We have no hook shot. We have no small key. Oh boy.
Yeah. Oh boy. We have no small key. How are we gonna get through this?
We are not. We are not going to get through it.
You're right. Wait. Is
Gem
stuck?
Gem is stuck. Yes. He does not have a way to get the small key on the other side since he.
Because the hammer. Oh my gosh, dude. So this doesn't usually happen all that often in spoiler. I mean, sorry, specifically because, the hammer is in Ice Palace, but in spoiler, by the time normally you're here again, right? You're probably here with a lot more health. 6, 7, very. Some invincibility hook shot, you can actually get across again to go get the small key from underneath the hammer block, and then basically come across. But here, health is very, very much a vital resource. I mean, in many ways, because that is literally your life on the line, right? You don't have enough. in order to basically get through to go get the small key. Unless you got to come inside. I guess I'm gonna see now what. Let's see in this case what Zen and Mike are gonna do.
The issue here is that Zen has one fewer heart container than Gem had.
Yeah, as well.
So, like,
right.
Zen
So is he
cannot
actually,
do that much.
can he actually get the chest actually in Spike Cave? Or then in the spike chest? Because you have to cross.
He can. There are small hearts in the room like north of the crossroads of here, so he will be able to do it. But he's also in a situation where can he really get back? Can he really get the cold stare?
Mm-hmm.
This seems like a situation in which you just I'm gonna do cold stare later. I would be fine with just committing to not doing cold stare now.
Yeah, no, that's actually a really good point. And so it certainly looked like, at least from the outset, as you mentioned, right? Like, well, there's a red potion here. Oh,
look at that! And
oh
Resi in chat has a very good point that even though he picks up health in this room here, he still has to bomb jump, so he will lose a heart no matter what.
Oh, okay.
Health
so
and magic. Get it? No!
Oh, did he get hit? He got 1.0?
He got hit.
No.
Yeah, he got hit. Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna spend 1 heart bomb jumping. Oh my god,
Yep.
he just can't actually get hit either. So then we can then use the potion to go across the spike and then come back. Is that enough? Like iframes and everything? Potion?
It should
We
be.
can at least get the hammer, right?
They will get the hammer.
Okay, but it looks like maybe we can't actually finish this dungeon.
Oh boy. My eyes are fixed on Zen right now, but Gem is going to Howard Castle. Specifically, Gem is going to Dark Cross.
Okay. Well, we've got... Is this gonna happen? I'm so scared for Zen.
Oh,
Is
my
there a
heart
up here? Is there a heart up here?
There's a heart under one of the pots.
Oh, there's. Oh my gosh, we're gonna. Oh no.
Oh, he doesn't have a hammer.
We can't get this. We have no hammer. That was the whole point. Oh my gosh. All right, Zen did it. He closed his eyes, took a deep breath, and we zoomed for that hammer as fast as we possibly could.
And Zen tried so hard to be able to do it. He did the math. He did it correctly. But then, oh wait, I can't get that stuff because I don't have the hammer.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
all right, okay.
God,
so
that hurts so much.
It is. The good news. Yes, there is actual potential good news here for both Zen and Gem, and of course the pilots, Mike and Korik. They can. This is a mode where you are allowed to watch your opponent.
Yes.
I'm sure in this case, if you were just playing by yourself, you were absolutely freaking out because you have this great plan to actually beat the dungeon, rerouting, and now absolute chaos has been thrown into your system because you cannot finish it, and now you feel absolutely terrible because I know that my opponent did it. I'm now automatically 5 minutes behind, etc., etc.
Yep.
It happened to both of them. Okay, it's fine.
I think if you don't watch your opponent in spoiler, I think that feeling of oh crap, I'm 5 minutes behind is so much worse than in a normal mode because obviously your opponent went to cold stare and got all of that for free.
Yes, exactly.
Obviously they did. They didn't take a single heart of damage in all of Ice Palace. Of course they didn't.
Of course, yeah.
Right.
Course, yes.
But if you actually glance over at your opponent, it will probably calm you down a little bit, I would guess.
Oh yeah, well, especially like you have to be watching them intently, right? Because again, you as a runner, you as a pilot probably have other things to do, like focus on playing the game, But even just like a little peek, like you know what? Okay, like do we actually need to make up a little bit of time, or just like that kind of like mental, reset, right? Whatever happens in the past 20 minutes, let's say, do not let it affect your gameplay for the remaining. Just like any other, game that you've been playing, right? So no tilting allowed.
No tilting allowed, especially not in this mode. We'll see what Gem and Zen eventually find in pod here. Gem is the first one into here. There are some good stuff in here. We need to go in here for sure.
Okay, well that's great because we also have 3 small keys. That is a lot of pod keys. I mean, it's actually a really good number to have coming in, especially if you basically let you do everything except Vanilla Bicky Chest, and Harmless Hallway. In general, right? I assume you need to go to the back for something.
Yes. I can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things we will need from pod.
I'm sorry, Humbug. I'm gonna need a compass for this counter. You know, for how many things we get. Where's the compass to pod, please?
That's a good question. Compass D1.
See, you know how to parse a spoiler log, Humbug.
I do actually. Either way, no, we need 5 things from here. We will maybe get 6. Because
there's even an optional item.
There's even an optional item. Jem hasn't gotten it yet, and he has had the opportunity to get it. So probably Jem will not get it. We'll see about Zen.
Okay.
There's a couple of things in here. Here's a mirror.
Hey, look, there's a mirror. Oh, look at it. Look at this. Is it bring your own? This is your bring your own items to the dungeon. You know, everyone wants a. You know, again, playing this blind. Man, I really don't. You know, I don't want to come to pod without the mirror. You know, routing is such such a pain. And you know what? No, it's okay. Pod is like, oh, I got you covered.
Right. I am noticing that Jem is not opening the front door. Zen has 1 more key than Jem has.
True. And, you know, so it's a battle between the 4th pod key, and apparently Jem has 2 extra heart containers somewhere.
Right.
You know, I don't know, dude. Like,
that's tricky.
Come from?
Wait, did he really go this route and not? Oh, he didn't pick. Huh?
We got a castle tower key, Humbug. I'm mad right now. Can we put it back?
No. That is one of the 5 required things in here. Is a castle tower key.
Required. Are we actually talking like real required? As in like it's not like I mean like okay.
Well, I actually haven't checked where the other one is, but that is in pod.
Where the other one is, Humbug. I am so upset. Here I was hoping to say like, oh, okay, maybe like the boots are in Castle Tower second chest. You know, it's like okay, yes, like that's absolutely required for fun and playableness. I do agree to that. But now you just told me we have to go find the other one. I'm upset.
One of the Castle Tower keys is in here. The other one is locked behind a thing that is in here. So yeah.
Anger rising. Right. Again, thank you, Mike. Thank you, Korek, for helping us navigate the seed because we would never want to play this without you.
We would not. Also, nice flute in Dark Basement for Jem. That counts to 3 required items.
Okay. All right. I'm running out of fingers for my hand, so please, if we do get a 6th one, you're gonna have to help me out here.
That's 4. That's tomorrow.
That's 4. Holy crap! Oh, dude, we need Harmless Hellway too. Okay, suddenly I'm actually really glad for this 4th pot key because, as you said, like Jem didn't open the front door, and this is actually gonna be potentially some amount of time here.
Wait, no, I'm actually no. This is actually me being a dummy, because I did not account for the fact that some dungeons are pendants. Never mind me. Never mind me.
Okay, all right, okay. This is okay. And then again, this is why this is co-op. Okay, like communication, just like any other co-op mode, is very paramount. And just like any other co-op situation, you get 2 shots to get it right. Yes. One of the things I think that has worked out really well for a lot of people, and while and this is I won't say necessarily standard, but the whole point of tracking and like some auto tracking, especially in Key Sanity, when the pilot is not 100% focused on watching the runners to see what they picked up, the tracker is really good because we should have 4 pod keys by now. The tracker only says 3. What happened? It's a great catch. Also, the pilot can look down and see the pendants marked against. Like right. This is a pendant. We're gonna go beat Thieves Town, and then the runner can be like, this is a pendant, are we sure that we need to go do this? Absolutely very, very useful.
Very much so. And like as an advice to every runner out there, like it's paramount that you double, triple, quadruple check, what do I need in this dungeon? Like it's so important to have that fail safe,
Yes. Oh yeah. And because one question is how many seconds? 2 to 3, right? Finding out that you don't have, let's say, pod Bicky by the time you're at Helma, because that's really the only time that you're going to go figure that out. Is 3 minutes, rough. Right? Yes. Not that it's ever happened before, Humbug. Definitely not.
Of course not. Of course, no, never. But we could see there that Zen actually went to a check-in here that Gem did not go to. That was the first chest, the shooter room chest that had the cape. Cape is a very good safety item. Oh, Gem is down to 1 heart.
I think a cape would be quite helpful right now, by the way, for Gem.
Well, not for long, since he barely has any magic.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, okay, we got there. But you know, again, so we actually look at the different investments that we've taken, right? So Korek has helped Gem in this case get 2 extra heart containers. That is safety. Every single safety, doesn't matter how even on the way is, does take time. Shooter room, even with the mirror, it looks like we actually have no mirror yet on Zen's side, but even like that is it's a non-trivial amount of time. However, though, if it can prevent a death, like in Helma especially, man, that, you know, taking what 30 seconds to go get that cape versus the 3 minutes that you just taken the death for is absolutely worth it. For
we also have a Vitreous fight in front of us at some point, and the cape for Vidi is such a relief
very good point.
for the runner. Like, sure, it's going to be slightly slower to do it with a cape than without, but it's such a relief to have it. Because you know that dying there with a cape is most likely not going to happen. And,
no, you're absolutely right. Yeah, and especially given it looks like Zen's health situation. We're still on 3 hearts, by the way. Yeah, you know, I would not necessarily complain. You know, again, like the pilot, this is a big communication thing as well. The runner, certainly it would be, it's, you know, as you said, paramount for communication, being honest, you know, both with yourself and with the runner. If you do not think that you can take on Vitreous, you know, with 3 hearts and, well, so far we're looking at Fighter Sword. Hopefully we'll have another sword or 2. Like that is something that you need to tell your runner, or at least, you know, or your pilot, right? Because your pilot's gonna be like, you can do this, right? And then, well, even if you, if you can't, that is, or you're not comfortable doing it, right? Better to find out before you take the fight versus after.
Yeah. You like that is something that you should know about each other, like going in to the race. Oh, nice dodge by Zen right there, and a couple more arrows to the face. Well done.
By the way, you also talk about just having safety. So I think even just having the safety, like a bottle with a fairy in your back pocket, the cape out in the Y button, ready to go, right? If you don't use it, again, just that the relief that you're talking about, right? Like, okay, you know, I have a safety button, you know, that I can push just in case something goes wrong. Right. You know, that is in itself actually like very powerful. Just like I think normally, when you're playing within your comfort zone versus like suddenly you're on 1-hit KMO, now everything is just in disarray, and now you're not playing as well, and you're probably gonna get hit more as a result. Yeah.
We saw a very good Armos fight from Gem, the pinkest strat as we call it, where you don't just
strat. Gotcha.
That's there's one difference between what these guys did in pod. Zen, as far as I could see anyway, and as far as our tracker can tell us, never went to right side to get a Castle Tower small key.
That seems very bad.
A Castle Tower small key.
You said they need one Castle Tower small key, or they need both?
They need one.
Oh, okay.
He got it. Okay, cool.
Oh, Zen got it. Okay, cool. Yes, thank you. No. I mean, I very much believe. I believe our chat. I believe our tracker Nervendwitch. Like he is awesome at this. Sometimes the tracker software, does eat the input.
Yeah.
No, that's good. That's a big relief. Yeah. By the way, okay, so so Resi also brought this up earlier in chat as well. So we of course need both Castle Tower keys. I'm looking at this point. We probably don't need Aga for Dark World access. We probably need that lumberjack item. Humbug, why are we still walking?
Because the boots are disgusting. That's why we're walking. And that's the funny. Well, I'm not playing the scene, I can use the word funny here. All right. The boots are in a very funny spot.
I was gonna say, if you ever open up a comedy club, Humbug, we might need to rethink your marketing strategy.
Hey, what's funny for you isn't funny for everyone.
That is very true. That is very true. I'm sure right now, Gem especially is just like laughing his entire time while his D-pad is getting like quite the workout.
Right.
We are okay. He was farming hearts. I'm like, we're not doing Spike Cave either, are we?
We are not. Well, that needs to be checked out.
Yeah. Okay. By the way, we do have a bug net as well. So. Yes, we did get it on Armos night, and so while Gem's bottle does have a green potion, I don't think he used it yet. Zen actually has an empty red potion, or empty bottle that was a red potion. So he can actually catch a fairy. That's again, a fairy with a bottlenet, very, very powerful in spoiler.
Yes, very, very. So our runners had to go into pod to get a mirror. They also got some other stuff from pod, which is nice. The mirror led to the Thieves Town Big Key in the basement cage of Tower of Hera. Gem is now beelining Village of Outcast. We'll see if he does more.
We are beelining. Yes, 33 minutes in. We have actually, but I believe you are still technically correct, Humbug. We have reached Thieves Town the fastest way possible.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yep, this is the fastest way possible into Thieves Town, and we shall see what's in Thieves Town. Everyone will rejoice. We will sing songs about this tale for many years forward.
For many years. And yeah, right before Gem, like and Zen just tosses the seed into the garbage can. Yes, it's like it's like one of those like Viking send off songs, right?
Right.
You put the seed like on the boat and you kind of like send the boat off burning. Yep. I think that's what the ritual is, right?
Yep,
as you sing a song. Yeah.
That's what's happening. We are Vikings sending out our warriors to glory.
At least we can give them boots, right? That's the. Right. Oh, look at this cape coming into play here on Zen's side. I very much approve of this.
As do I. This is Death Mountain on 3 Hearts Green Mail is not a joke.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, especially with no boots.
Sucks. Yes, especially with no boots. Boots here doesn't only help with speed; it helps with safety as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I will say, like, for what it's worth, it's maybe slightly more costly. Not I think by a significant margin, but just because we had the flute and that's the way we got up here, we didn't rescue the old man. So if we did take a death, we would just have to like save and quit and then like flute again, versus like the old man save and quit point, right? Not the end of the world again, no. But it's not something you obviously want to do.
Right. Notable here is that Thieves Town is a pendant. And yet here we are. Gem didn't even go to the attic.
You literally just said this like 5 minutes ago. It's like, oh, we don't actually have to beat this. This is a pendant.
Right. What we need from here is the Tower of Hera.
Oh my god, are you serious?
Okay.
Gem is walking out. Humbug. Okay, this hookshot must be like, well, okay, you know what? The hookshot doesn't even matter because we apparently need the big key. If something's in the big chest, like that is again. Thank you, Korik. Thank you, Meg. Again, yeah, we cannot sing your praises, for long enough.
Oh, this is too good.
Oh
Gem is doing hammer picks here, and that is very understandable when you walk around with only a plastic sword in front of yourself. You wish for boots, but you also wish for a master sword. So I get this. Yes, and I believe we, in quick succession, will also get our third sword actually, because it's on.
Oh, okay. Oh, look at this great powder. Okay, we got the magic, we've got the hammer, we got the mirror. Okay, all right. At least we have tempered sword. Man. Okay. That cold stare fight would have been so miserable.
I know.
Oh my god.
It's such a tough thing to do. Like, as a runner, you really want to optimize everything that you do in the game, and that's when you feel like you play the game well. But going into ice at that early point that they were, and just committing to not doing cold stare, I think that was the good play here, because it was basically impossible to actually get back to cold stare with any amount of health and any availability to actually kill him at this point.
I mean, so that's really unfortunate snipe there on Zen's side. Okay, it's not the end of the world. We have all done the front 4 of Thieves and left before. Very, very minor setback. So I was actually gonna ask you though, Humbug. Like, okay, so you're playing the seat as the runner. Talking it over with your pilot. Like, would you actually just make the decision to just say like, let's just go get our hammer and like let's not do Ice Palace?
In retrospect, I would. In retrospect, I would, but in the fires of actually doing this in a race setting, in a tournament setting, I don't think I would have the mental ability to just make that decision of not going to Coldstare afterwards.
Okay.
Because the double dip of ice is just so it hurts. But
yes, especially where the hammer was, right? Is all the way in spike chest like this.
Yeah.
You're pretty much like at almost you're at least halfway through.
Right.
Yeah, especially without Samaria, like you've already beaten a good amount of dungeon. Zen, by the way, I really do like. So that cape, by the way, absolutely worth the investment that Zen took to get Shooter Room. It's really good because like he has used it so much now, and he's used and stayed alive as a result.
Right.
Oh yeah, I think also we didn't put this out earlier. When Jen was also in Thieves Town, what Zen also did as well. Talk about key stealing. Also, really heads up thing that pilots do. Is that you don't have to go find the other Thieves Town smoke key because there is one in the attic just waiting for you if you don't need the attic chest. We have found the Turtle Rock big key. What humbug! I am so upset because Turtle Rock is also a pendant.
It is.
I am so upset.
We have to climb Hera without a hook shot and without the boots. There is no way around it. This is part of my funny chain. If
you're right. You know what, Humbug? I have been laughing this whole time, so I can't fault you for saying that this is a funny chain.
It is funny. And we have Moldorm down. Let's see what Moldorm drops.
At least it's a crystal.
Oh
my god, it's a hookshot. Oh, this is wow. Alright, somebody here doesn't like Herapod. This is what we can say.
Yeah.
Although I will say though, like given where that Thera big key was, like if the hook shot, like again, like we're just kind of like out in the wild or like free, right? If you're playing this by yourself, like chances are you actually might have Herapotted, right? And gotten it's like, hey, here's a crystal. I'm feeling pretty good. How many times can that Terra big chest screw me, right? There's only one item. We can't find the big key, and it's nowhere to be found. And the game's like, joke's on you.
Joke's on you. Yeah, we will see if we have to actually use the Turtle Rock big key though.
That would also be pretty hilarious.
we will see if we will use it. Since Jem picked it up, odds are we will.
Okay, yes, true. We also did see that this. Oh, that's right. I never there's already marked. It is double ether. That was also one thing that looks like we haven't actually come across our travels yet, which is the ether medallion.
We have not. Yes.
Given that we worked so hard for this Thieves Town big key, not Thieves Town. Well, we did also work pretty hard for that Thieves Town big key, but also the Turtle Rock big key. Oh, we got boots in.
We got boots.
Oh my god.
Yes. Dude. So we had to.
That is, oh my gosh, what a disgusting.
that is an item chain. Oh. So what we had to do here was to go into Pod to get our mirror, go up to Hera to get our Thieves Town big key, go down to Thieves Town to get our Hera big key, go back up to Hera to get our hookshot on the boss, then go to Hookshot Cave to get our boots. That's what was funny.
Yeah. Oh, dude. I was even thinking earlier, like, man, there's just a hookshot cave. Like, we were up here in Hera the first time, right? Wouldn't it? Right. It might have been worth it to go to Dark Death Mountain now, right? We got everything. We got, it's a really good point that you can't actually get hookshot cave without the hookshot, and you can't get to that. But you said, oh well, Claremont, so surely you can get to the first chest of hookshot cave, right? That's in logic. You know what? That's only logic with the boots.
Yes, the
as
boots
with the rest of hookshot cave.
in.
And unfortunately, they are a little locked behind everything hookshot related. Yeah. So yes, you talk about beeline. This is so you are again technically correct. We have it is the fastest possible chain to the boots at 41 minutes.
No way around it.
Oh my god.
So we just have to climb Hera, as Sen is doing here without the boots.
I cannot believe that. Yeah, and you definitely could not. You could not avoid. You had to do every single part of this chain.
Yep. And like again with the efficiency, like you don't want to go into Pod without killing the boss. You don't want to go to the Pod area without doing both Pod and Eastern. If you want to do that, and if you want to be efficient, you have to do it without the boots. There's no way around it. because the mirror is over there, and that is hard required for the boots. So yeah.
Yeah, and it
Regardless
was
of how much you want it, yeah, you have to do it.
Yeah, and so like going into pod, like double dipping pod is not necessarily like maybe the worst dungeon in isolation, as in like inside pod. Okay, that's it's not too bad. The downside is getting back into pod, like just that all the overworld entry is like, I don't know, a minute maybe, and like so you really want to try and not double dip pod. So as you said, like especially for that dungeon, it is just like swamp, right? Getting into the swamp dungeon itself maybe not so bad. Getting into swamp, holy frick, like that is so long. So
yeah,
really good that these guys are trying to be the most efficient for those. Jem is really desperately trying to get another heart container out of this.
And we are back where the madness started.
That's right. We're back now. Tempered sword, hook shot. Zen at least will have 33% more health than he originally had, because he is now on a whopping 4 full hearts.
A whopping 4 hearts.
Yes.
Wow. So, Clearmouse, what do we need for go mode? You mentioned Ether earlier, which is our entry medallion for both Myra and TR. We need that. We need Swamp Small Key. That we need.
That's a good point. We also do need the Swamp Small Key, because that is a swamp is a crystal. So I am also noticing that we did have we finally worked very hard to pick that Turtle Rugby key. It's not really useful unless we have at least a couple small keys. So I think we're probably gonna.
Where are they?
Yes, where are they? Are they on the mushroom? Do you think? That's a really nice full stair fight, by the way, on Gem's side.
Very, very nice full stair fight. Yeah. We need probably TR small keys. We need a GT big key, because we have to do GT.
True. Of all things, still left to do. Did you also give us a reminder that we had to do Castle Tower as well? Okay.
Yes,
I was promised, by the way, before the race started, that Korik told me that this was only going to be an hour. I need a refund. I need to speak with his manager. Because I don't see that this race is this seed is going to finish in 1 hour. I'm just saying. I know Gem is fast with boots. I know the Zen is fast with boots. I'm just thinking that the raw amount of time that again here we have how many crystals done? 4. Oh, we're gonna do Hack Tower.
3.
3.
4 on.
Oh right, yeah, 4. Yeah, sorry, I was looking at Gem side. Yes, we have 4 crystals done. We have to do Aga Tower. We have GT. We have at least half a pendant dungeon. Oh, in Spiral Cave? Okay. Wait, did we not? Oh no. Okay, no.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We are skipping the first chest. But of course, notably, this is very much expected. The no lamp situation, especially for Zen and Gem. Given the fire rod. Yes, we do have. It looks like we're gonna do Agatha 2 as completion. We are not going to do it to completion. Never mind.
We are not.
All right, we're good.
We need the Ether medallion. That's in there. And so one of the Castle Tower Smalls, the one that they got was on right side pod. So that's fairly easy to get. The other one is at flute spot, like the dig spot, and the shovel is also in pod. So just take your pick, but you probably get the one on right side pod.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, while I do, specifically, this is a team wash specific consideration is that Gem does get superpowers when he has the shovel. Just something to consider. All of a sudden he has infinite resources because every dig is first dig. Whatever he needs. Of course. 4 bombs, fairy. For health. Arrows. Right. He can get it. So
he will get it all.
By the way, so this is actually kind of interesting, different routing, because I think this is the first time that Gem and Korik are in Skullwoods, right? Versus Zen and Mike, and they were in here earlier. They did pick up a Skullwood Small, looks like, so we are able to at least get back here.
Good.
But definitely difference.
I read this as this is something that Zen and Mike did early. Because they needed time to parse the rest of the spoiler log, and they knew that they had to do the front of Skull for something, which was a pod small on left side, and the Meyer big on right side. Yeah,
No,
that's the
that's actually a
small
great point.
key
Yeah.
pod that the other team did not get.
Yeah. Okay. All right. That does make a lot of sense now. Right, because I was actually trying to figure out where that last pod key came from.
Right.
All right. Missing. All right. Missing the quick kill room, but did not get grabbed. That's good. So sometimes this dungeon can take multiple minutes longer than you might expect, just because that pesky wallmaster.
Yeah. That's an annoying one. We did get our second Turtle Rock small key off of Moth, so that was free.
Okay. That's good.
And we can now do. Ooh, nice 10 out of 10 fight from Gem.
Yeah,
we can now do
very, very
almost everything in Turtle Rock. We can steal a key from the Pokey. We can get to Laser Bridge. We cannot get to Trinex. We cannot kill Trines. We don't have an ice rod. It's also pendant. But we can do most in there. And since they got the big key, yes, we will have to go into Turtle Rock, and we will have to go far.
Again, thank you, pilots. Imagine if you were playing this by yourself, how long this would take you. Especially given where those booths are, you're probably walking for at least an hour, right? If not longer. Basically for this chain.
You have to first of all make the decision to go into ice without the ham.
True. Oh yeah.
That's where the madness.
That is really. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this seed. Hey, look, it's a lamp.
That is
interesting. Okay, so this also might be maybe a like a sign that Korik is peaking a little bit over at the progress between like where where Gem is versus where Zen is.
Probably.
Again, like, these guys are more than capable of doing things basically in the dark of the universe. See, obviously Gem did a very nice job in Dark Maze in Pod and Castle Tower, but also like the lamp does save you a bit of time. It is certainly much better if you can actually see what you're doing versus thinking what what you're doing.
Funnily enough, though, I want to say that Gem is probably the if I were to pick someone to do Dark Mire, I would probably
for
pick
sure.
Gem.
Oh yeah.
Because Gem, when he does Dark Spooky Mire, that is art in a way. Like he's so good at that. That if this was a race where they did not feel ahead as I think they do here, I don't think Gem picks up that lamp. Say this is not a pilot spoiler. Say this is just Gem playing spoiler versus someone else. I don't think he picks up the lamp.
No, I think you're right, actually. So I know that Gem. I mean, again, just doing this by there. I don't think he really looks over as where his opponent is, but you are absolutely correct. In that, I think Dark Mire is actually one of Gem's like assets when it comes to spoiler because he does it just so much better, than his opponents are.
Yes, he is so good at it. Hey, there's the swamp
small.
Now we only need the GTB key, right?
Yeah, it looks like we assuming we have enough requisite Turtle Rock small keys. It looks like as you mentioned 2 is probably sufficient because we can probably get all the way to Laser Bridge. Yeah, I think that's just the GCB key. Surely it's not in Swamp, right? Well, actually, you know what? No. Maybe I should say surely it is in Swamp because then we don't have to go and like hunt for another 15 minutes for it, right?
Right, but we only need the GTB key now, and they have gathered so much for Turtle Rock that GTB key, like the only thing that can be in Turtle Rock that they will need is the GTB key, and sure enough, GTB key is on Laser Bridge, on Pendant Laser Bridge. Funny enough, like we have noted a couple of times that they have been very low on health in this one. There are 3 heart containers on Laser Bridge. No, I'm wrong. There are 2 heart containers on Laser Bridge and 1 on Trinex. So that's where the health is.
That's where the health is.
Yep.
Yeah, thanks game.
Thanks, game.
Really appreciate the consideration. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh, so as a pilot, when you especially like one of the earlier things you of course find out, read off to your runner, right, is like what the crystals and pendants are. And you're like, oh, okay, Turtle Rock's a pendant. All right, that's good news, right? And then you kind of like start exploring like the rest of the thing. You're like, okay, I don't have to go search potentially for these Turtle Rock things, and then you find out, oh, where's that GC big key, by the way? It's like, oh, sorry, we have a little bit of more content to have to deal with.
Right. We still have more things to do.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah.
that fight for Gem was slightly scary. He picked up the fairy of the bonk rocks on top of Death Mountain earlier, so
Yeah.
that he could so that he could get his safety for Viddy, because Gem did not pick up the cape in Pod.
Yeah. By the way, the whole team, but so Act the Boker, the third member, of course, on We All Should Hover Every Day, is actually a very big proponent of the bug net. In fact, actually, when you play Spoiler, that is one of his, like I would say, sub-safety comfort items. Very much represented and showcased here by his teammate. Right,
Yes,
Fairy in the
yes.
bottle. That safety is incredibly useful. Just actually, arguably, more useful than potentially with a red potion, because if something goes wrong, right? Maybe you weren't expecting to take 4 hearts of damage at once versus like the 1. Fairy is there to save you. Potion, you
Not
have
so
to
much.
use the potion before you die. So.
The mental damage that you receive if you die and you have a potion in your bottle, it's immeasurable. That's probably the worst. When you die and you have a fairy, then you get to use the fairy. But yeah, if you have a potion, you just it's so bad.
See, I think Gem is very much in embodying this. Look, I have a fairy. Look, I have a bug net. I have an empty bottle, and that thing is paid.
Oh yeah, he knows Ak is watching here.
That's right.
He wants to look.
He's got to represent.
His idol. Yeah.
And I think for what it's worth, and again, like I do know that Korik, well, at least he has in the past, kind of taken a peek over at the opponents after, I would say, like the bulk of the routing is done, right? As a pilot, you really do need to focus, not be distracted, make sure your runner actually gets the stuff. But after things are mostly settled down, maybe you can get a sense of. I think looks like we may have to be able to skip the safety because we need to make up a little bit of extra time. Or if you're kind of maybe comfortable behind, you know what? Let's make sure we keep our lead. Gem taking the extra, let's say like 5 seconds or 10 seconds or whatever to pick up that fairy.
Yeah.
Probably wouldn't do it necessarily like on a regular time, but if you've got the time to spare, right? No reason to take an unnecessary risk.
Yeah, it's both a boon to do it if you do it like in a spot where Gem did it, where there's literally nothing that can hurt you. But also you have to think about the fact that sometimes when you go out of your muscle memory to grab a safety, say if you do it, I don't know, in GT Climb
that's a great
or somewhere,
point. Yeah.
that stuff can go out of hand very quickly, and you like the mental damage you receive from dying while trying to get health is also kind of big. So it's not only positive to grab safeties when you feel ahead, but in the case where Gem did it right now, where there was no way that he would even be able to hurt himself, it's only good. Yeah, and while I do not foresee any real danger on this fight, although as I say that, Gem is suddenly now down to 2 hearts from his original 5. Again, having that fairy in the bottle is very, you're not worried whatsoever. And especially even we've seen this from many NMG runs before. The quick kill Argus try to do like the hook strat. That is, while it is very fast, it can actually be very dangerous because you can get comboed pretty quickly. And fairy in the bottle, right? You're not worried about dying here. Oof. Nice for Zen.
Oh wow, that's a
real
nice job.
Yeah. Oh boy.
And like the runners here are, I mean, they're like, especially in this case, like Zen, he's doing a phenomenal job. Like he's been on the entire seed basically for 3 hearts. I mean, he's of course he's got the 4th now, but do you know how hard it is, Humbug? Humbug, tell me how hard it is to run a pilot spoiler like this on 4 hearts as a runner.
It's incredibly hard. It comes down to just being comfy, and if you play the game enough, and if you're experienced with a low percent enough, and you have the muscle memory, then you are usually fine with 4 or 5 hearts. But that is if you have boots and if you have temper. if either of those are lacking, then you want more health, but not these guys apparently, because they didn't have boots for like forever.
I mean, 40 minutes is in fact a correct measurement of forever,
Yes,
especially in
yes.
spoiler. When I
Right.
mean, I don't even think they're gonna get it for more than 50% of the seed. Like,
Yeah. Nice blue mail taunting us on floating island right there.
Oh yeah. Oh, by the way, you know, like, okay, so especially when you first start out one of these things, right? You know, I did mention the very beginning of the broadcast, right? The first thing you have to do as a pilot is you have to go find those boots, right? And so, you know, again, you know, Mike and Hilric probably like, oh, okay, boots in Hookshot Cave. That's not so
Should
bad,
be
you know,
fine.
like,
That's
yeah, exactly.
easy.
You know, when you see boots in like Turtle Rock, you know, or you're just like, oh, okay, I guess we gotta, you know, like that doesn't bode well, right? But
Right.
Hookshot Cave is so like, it's such a false sense of security. You're like, okay, well that's probably fine, right? We'll get those soon, and then you go try and figure out what the hook. Oh, the hookshot's on, you know, like on Moldor. Okay, you know, Hera. Okay, Hera is an easy dungeon, right? You know, we can get that, you know, pretty quickly, right? Okay, well, okay, that means we have to go find the Hera big key, and then you start the chain, as you mentioned, of how many big keys? And then you're just and then your runner's like, excuse me, it's been 30 seconds. Where should I go?
Right. Go to CAC, pick up Dark Lord.
Thanks.
But I want boots. But no, you're not getting boots for a while. Yeah, that's the seed, pretty much. Okay. Jem is going to steal the Poke Key. He is probably rambling to himself, don't open the door, don't open the door, don't open the door. Because if Jem opens the door by accident...
Oh my god! Did you see
that would be bad.
Okay, it's fine. It's fine.
We can breathe now.
Nobody has ever opened the door on accident. Never.
No one.
I believe there was even a team name actually called "Don't Open the Door"
right,
in the Pilot Spoiler tournament last year.
Yeah. And I think their logo was. Oh wait, did we have logos for that tournament?
I don't actually think we had logos, but I can certainly envision just like that. Yeah, that Turtle Rock lava door. That's the picture right there.
Yeah. All right. The good thing here with Jem's routing is that since he didn't go out to the big chest, he can just mirror and get back to the top of that mountain and then go to GT.
Oh, okay, good point. Oh yeah.
Because say that the GT big key is in the big chest of Turtle Rock, then you have to exit the dungeon, and if you mirror, you just get out onto the ledge again, and that just sucks.
Right, yeah, that's right. So actually, I think probably one of the few times where it's actually better for you. I mean, like, you know, typically like people, you know, don't want to go outside because it saves time, but actually this one you you cannot go outside because it's it's a little bit more detrimental to you.
Okay, laser skips. Heart container.
Look at go in that extra heart container. Another heart container. Humbug! You are 2 for 2 for telling me where the heart containers are.
And the GT big key.
The GT big key. All right.
Okay.
Suddenly we're feeling.
Check where the ice rod is. It is.
I know the Zen will probably get these heart containers. Where is it?
Yeah. It's in Hera. It's in the map chest of Hera. They have.
Okay. So we could have gotten it, but okay.
Yes,
but we didn't need it. Yes, that's
we did
fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was also gonna say that, like, I think the Zen probably will. I mean, you know, like, given that there are 2 containers on Laser Bridge, like, you probably, you know, you certainly see him getting it. Just like right now, though, in the instance of time, right? We're actually watching Jem. How many 7 hearts is Zen for?
Yeah. 7 should be more than enough for a person like Jem to finish this game on.
Yeah, and right now, of course, safety-wise, right, he does have the fairy in the bottle, right? He also does the powder that we also saw from very early. And you mentioned, right, we can powder, we can basically end essentially our climb on like 2 hearts, even 1 heart, half a heart, because we've just got the free refill.
Yeah. It's so comfy to just know that you can do that.
Oh yeah. I'm certainly not just, you know, hypothetically throwing out like low health numbers, because it's not like I've ever seen anybody and on half a health trying to powder the anti-fairy at the very top. No, of course not.
No. That was by accident, that was actually me in my spoiler race this week.
Oh, I'm just saying, you know, Humbug is you know, it feels a lot more real, you know, when you when you personally experience it, right? That's a lesson that you know you typically
you will not forget
yourself. Yes.
Right.
All right, but Zen is out. Yeah, because it looks like so everybody, you know, I think had their own. You know, this seed. Oh, it was incredibly difficult. I think both on the runner, both on the pilot. And I mean, for multiple reasons, right? So I mean, so first, certainly like the route looked pretty awful. I mean, it's not like the pilots did a bad job. It's just that the seat itself, it was very difficult to optimize, right?
Yes.
When you got your chain to, you know, your 10 million chains to GT big key, you know.
It was at least difficult to optimize in the way that you're used to optimizing rando seeds, which means that it was difficult to not double dip a gazillion things.
Yeah, for sure. That's very true.
So that's the rough part, I think, of this. Like,
yeah, and then also, of course,
you have to,
yeah, no, I mean, no, like and frantically trying to like figure out on the again, this is all live, right? There's no study period. You know, as a pilot, you're just trying to frantically figure out, you know, what is at least something that maybe is good enough, or if I don't know what to do, hopefully it's not too punishing, you know,
right?
In terms of time loss. But on the other hand, too, as a runner, like, so we were on Fighter Sword. The vast majority of the time, we were bootsless. For for
more
40
than half
odd minutes. Yeah. And you know, especially, you know, okay, yeah, we do complain like, oh, we can't dash, we're walking everywhere. Did we see the helmet situation, by the way? There is a reason why everyone started doing spin speed helmet for NMG. Boots are extremely useful in that fight to be able to stay alive.
Yeah. It's such a like it doesn't only come with speed, having the boots. It's so much comfort and so much safety as well. So you can just dash through enemies. You don't have to slash them. You don't have to read their RNG as much. And that's what I mean when, like, if you have boots and tempered sword, where you can run through almost everything and kill almost everything.
Oh yeah.
That's the real comfort.
Yeah, and finally, though, you know, at least we did get tempered for what it's worth. Like, and again, like, I don't know how jarring the situation was in early Ice Palace. I believe, especially with Gem's preparation, we did see him specifically go to Waterfall Ferry to go get that green potion, and also the 3 bombs for what it's worth. I think he was very much intent on beating the dungeon. But it turns out in this case the health situation was not optimal. And so, you know, again, if things don't go into plan, right, and you think you might be losing out on, let's say, 5 minutes worth of time, cannot possibly feeling that good. I see Jam is trying to set up his resource counters to be to be something somewhat more notable.
We're gonna drop another one. Come on, Jam. There we go.
Oh yeah.
There we go. Those Aga patterns were mean.
Yeah, they were. And for what it's worth, again, this is the thing that isn't spoiler. If you like to try to peek over your opponents, if you think maybe you're not, you are probably not leading the pack, you can maybe try and figure out where the Aga patterns are. Maybe try to give your runner some hints about where you should be standing. I have no idea how you're supposed to do that, by the way, Humbug. Just
right. Same, and I have no idea where to stand. So I definitely have no idea what to say to a runner, where to stand. So like Aga 2 is low key the hardest fight to get consistently good at.
Very, very understandable.
But yeah, when the really good NMG runners do it, it's like black magic to me. Getting good at the Aga.
It is, and like every single time, it's even so as you watch, like as you mentioned, like top level, NMG runners, they make everything look so easy. You're just like, oh, okay, I could probably do that, and you pick up the controller, you're like, this seems a lot harder than Aaron made it look.
Yep, right. No gold sword for us today. The last sword is on Zora, so you had to gather money for it.
I'm not sure if there was early money available. At least I didn't see. I think the first money hoard we saw was in Hype Cave. And I think so I don't know, maybe if it were worth farming for.
Right.
But I mean, given
no.
where all the other swords were, it looked pretty.
Since two of them were just literally next to each other, you get those two and the one kind of early in Hype Cave. You don't need the fourth one because if you get the one from Zora, you will get gold, and you don't need gold. Well, at least players at this caliber don't need gold.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I guess so. What I have heard though is that maybe in some situations it takes a little bit of pressure off because you're not necessarily required to get the 1-on-1 with Tempered. Because gold's made a lot easier. But you know what? We have also just demonstrated, at least Gem has, that he doesn't need the gold sword. Get your G's down chat for Gem taking a very hard-earned victory for his team. Oh, what a seed, Humbug! What a seed.
Yeah, that was an experience. Like I was kind of pissed that I had to play the seed that I played, but thank God I got that one and not this one.
This one, was a bit more challenging, I think, on many fronts.
Very much so.
Oh my god.
Yeah, this was really rough. And again, it's so much about the the fact that if you want to be efficient in this one, you have to decide to go into ice and to not kill cold. That's where efficiency comes from in this one, because it would have been too inefficient to try to kill cold stare, and at least to me, probably fail.
Well, we can ask them here in person. We are actually joined by today's, or at least the first game's victors, Gem and Correct. GG's, guys.
GG's.
Hello, thank you.
So, Correct. Well, you promised me an hour seed. That did not happen according to the timer, but the good news is that this is a part of a double header. So it's like a H1 goals versus like year-end goals. You do have the second half to make up for it. Okay.
I mean, I went as fast as I could.
All right, putting the blame on Gem.
Fair.
Okay.
Full blame goes on this seed. It was a really tough one, especially early to parse out. But
yeah,
Gem played really well. I made him do a lot of tough things. So.
This was by far, I think, also an incredibly challenging runner execution because well, you were boothless for 40-some minutes, right? And then you also were pretty much on. But okay, yeah. So I guess walk us through Ice Palace. It looked like you were planning on at least trying to be Cold Stare because you got the potion and you had Fire Rod from Waterfall.
Yeah, the idea was basically to get the green potion to make Cold Stare easy. We did not realize that you need a bunch of health for Spike Room because you need to walk back first to get the hammer, so you can then get the key up top. And then when I was on the left side of the Spike Room on 1 heart after getting the hammer, I was like, oh no, what now? That was certainly very frustrating. I don't know if you took a peek at what Zen and Mike were doing as well. They were kind of in a similar situation. Zen also had actually only 3 hearts as opposed to your 4. I don't know if that was intentional for you to route in an extra heart container. At least it was very useful to you guys. Zen also showed us there was a red potion in freezer chest as well. I don't know if that would have helped you out at all.
Well, the
we're not
original
gonna go
plan,
that far,
right? The original plan was to get the heart piece. That would have been a refill, I think. But we were just a heart short. So, the heart piece that was in map chest, and then he would have had a red potion plus full health. But we were just a little bit.
Oh,
yeah. But there was no way of getting over there, right? Yeah.
Yeah, we realized afterwards that we could have done mini mode on before ice for another heart piece, which would have gotten us to 5 hearts, and then we could have had enough health to get across Spike Room. But when do you think about health for Spike Room of all things?
Right.
It was just completely not on our minds.
Yeah, and of course, also you said heart piece specifically in mini Molder. I think that's even more of a stress. If you saw maybe heart container, I don't know. I just feel like it's even harder to figure out. But I mean, you guys did great on the seed. Very 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 difficult for multiple reasons.
Yeah, so the boots weren't in GT, right?
Yeah, that's
They-
why we
they-
didn't reroll.
For better, for worse, yeah. By the way, so yeah, Zen and Mike have also crossed the finish line. Get your GGs out in chat for them. I mean, this was again very, very tough situation for everybody involved.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably some notable differences. At least for based on the tracker, Zen got the cape out of Shooteroo in pod. Looks and yeah, versus you guys did not. Yeah, I definitely really much used it though. Didn't die like he did use it on Death Mountain. They also got an extra pod key out of Skull Woods. Like they stole the key from the back to basically get it from the pod key from the front, so they can make pod routing a little easier as well.
Mm-hmm.
And we are joined by the other team, the Locationeers, Mike and Zen. GGs.
Yo, GG's guys.
GG's.
GG's.
GG's,
I'm
guys.
sorry about the seed. It was really, really hard.
No, it was the seed we begged for. Late boots, low percent, plenty of opportunities for Jam to mess up, although I guess he didn't, so that's on us really.
Are you saying that you try to play your opponent and not the seed?
No. I'm saying we prayed for a bad seed for our opponent. And then we played the seed. So,
Oh,
I don't know.
okay.
Sen,
Okay.
what do you think?
I mean, the later the boots, the better, because I know Gem has boots execution over me like nothing. So the later the boots, the better in that sense. But then I took some dumb deaths in some dumb places. But yeah, it is what it is. 3 hearts is hard.
Yeah, the 3 hearts was definitely very, very hard. But I mean, like, I think you got through Ice Palace actually the best you could. I don't know if you were planning on beating Ice while you were there on that equipment.
And then I was gonna try.
Wow.
But then I was like, I need this key, and then I went to get the key, and I'm like, wait, I need the hammer to get that key, and then that's when it all fell apart.
Yeah, I was watching the streams, so I was like, well, they left, so we could either try and stay and fail, or just leave and not lose time. So
Yeah.
it was an easy decision by that point. Since you guys were like a minute ahead, or a couple of minutes ahead already.
Yeah, that was with you guys doing in front of Skull, so the difference wasn't that big, but they like Washed had a slightly going into Ice for sure.
Yeah, we actually got the green potion out of Waterfall Fairy to try and beat Icewolf, but then it sounded like pretty much like what happened to you guys. We were on the left side of Spike Room on 1 heart after getting the hammer, and then we couldn't go back over, and it was like, okay.
Yeah. And there was no ice keys to pick up anywhere. Like, that was reasonable.
Yeah.
So
Right.
I was just, I mean, kudos to Sen for pulling off all of those bomb jumps on first try. I don't know what we would have done without those.
Yeah, especially also, yeah, and spoiler, you guys even went in with 3 hearts, so you had even less margin of error, like room to, basically, yeah, room to mess up, so.
What were these hearts that Gem got that I didn't pick up for Sen?
So we went after picking up the Smith. We went Stumpy to Hype Cave.
Oh yeah, Stumpy. Yeah. I missed that one. Sorry, Sen.
I mean, it's okay. You did tell Gem, that you were gonna just forego all safeties for me, so you were just living up to it.
Yeah, we compensated with a cape instead. So
That cape was great for you guys. I mean, like, you used it on the hallway in Thieves Town, used it in Death Mountain. I think you also maybe did use it in... Oh, you had it out, I think, for Helma. You didn't use it. But I mean, like, I think that was, like, super clutch. It was a really good investment. So at least, okay, Zed, I think you're probably good for this week, right? You're gonna just sit back and watch Scottish and Mike tear it up in game 2?
Hopefully, that's the plan. I know they'll do their best. Gem, Korek, and Ak are all fantastic players, so there's no shame in losing to them, and it's this is invitational. Everything's tough. Everyone's so good. So you just hope to keep, good close races that are great for everyone to watch.
That is certainly very true. Everybody is really, really good in the Invitational, including yourself. There's a reason why your team is here. You guys have done, quite well so far. I'm looking actually at the point counter. 15 so far, and it's only week 4, so that's you guys really have done quite, a very strong performance so far in the league.
Yeah, we have been quite fortunate so far. It's been great.
Yeah. All right. Well, Mike. So maybe so I know that the next game is actually starting in 10 minutes. Maybe you can give you guys a little bit of a break before the second game. So right, Mike, you are running this time, right? Scottish
That's
is
correct,
piloting you.
yeah.
Okay. All right.
And I gotta go set up. I'm not at my own computer, so I'm gonna have to duck out immediately to get this done.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for coming by. Korek, ready for round 2?
Yeah. I think I'm warmed up now.
Remember,
it can't be much harder than that one. So
okay. All right. I'm just saying, 52 minutes. All right. That's the goal for for game 2.
all right.
All right. All right.
And
Well, it's early. Yeah.
Humba, I would just like to say thank you for the card and the gift. Brave was very, very happy with the gift that you sent.
Yes, let's go.
But she did say
you are warm welcome.
Yeah, and you still need to deliver some in person as well. So ESA.
Oh, okay, yeah. We'll make it happen. We'll make it happen.
Yeah, big congratulations to you and Scottish, and say that at the very beginning of the broadcast, but of course, yeah, big congratulations. And I believe also you guys get this is the reason why we're all here together on Sunday morning, is to celebrate your wedding after it happened. Yes. All right. Well, yeah. All right. Yeah. So sit back, relax, watch Scottish and Mike tear it up. Correct. Good luck, Jem. Well, I guess you're already here, so just get ready for the next game. Okay, yeah. So thank you guys so much. Thank you so much, Nervendeutsch, our tracker. I mean, again, thank you. I know it's not early for you, but thank you so much for being here and being around and tracking. Awesome job as always. Definitely looking forward to the next time. Until then, so just sit back, chill out for a bit, and we're gonna get started. I think in let's say 10ish minutes for the next race.
All right, and I'm gonna drop out here. So thanks, Clearmouse, for coming. This was awesome. And,
thank you so much, Humbug. This was great.
Yeah. And good luck, Jem, filling my shoes. That will be
hard.
Yeah, good. All right. See ya.
All right, see ya, Humbug.
Yeah.